Lovers Quarrel. It's a long, sustained quarrel.
What's going on, world?
Hey, everybody.
It's your guy, TJ, Mr. New Cool.
And it's your girl, Dani, your dangerously distant dragonfly.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Welcome back to another episode of Lovers Quarrel. If this is your first time listening to us, welcome. If it's your second time listening to us, welcome back. If it's your third time, as I love to say, your family, you're a lover. I think I said it backwards because I call you a lover. Dani wants to call you family because she doesn't like lover because she's a hater. But welcome to another episode of Lovers Quarrel. Again, I'm TJ. That's Dani.
Yes.
And we thank you for tuning in. I know you guys are probably saying, what happened to the episode last week? You guys said you was on bullshit. Difficult technical difficulties. And I messed up the audio and I was trying to get it back. I deleted it. I thought I saved it, and shit
just was a mess, and it happens.
So I said, you know what? We're just not going to post it. So everything we were talking about, forget about it.
I already got the episode title for this one, though.
Okay.
It's called The Do-Over.
Yeah, well, hopefully we get to release the Do-Over with no issues. So
yeah, definitely.
I hope everyone is out there staying safe and social distancing. I hope all you lovers out there are still working in some capacity.
Yes, gainfully employed and safe. And if you're on the front line, we salute you and we thank you.
Definitely.
And I hope that if you are in one of those states where the governors are on their fuck shit, that you are keeping your ass in the house as long as you can, as best as you can. Because, they trying to get niggas the hell up out of here. Just before TJ and I jumped on to start recording this episode, we got word that New York rapper Fred the Godson succumbed to complications from the coronavirus. So we want to definitely say rest in peace to him, as well as everyone that's lost someone, a loved one, to this horrible, horrible virus. And I know that hits home for a lot of people in New York, especially in New York. Not that he wasn't known outside of there, but just because he's a part of the hip hop community. And dare I say that this might be one of the first like deaths we've had in the hip hop community from COVID-19. I could be wrong, but either way, it's, all over the news, all over social media. And I saw the same post, that many of us saw, where he was earlier in the month and he was like, I'm fighting. And he was, there and, gave the fist, like, in solidarity. And just like that, unfortunately, he wasn't able to win that battle. So our thoughts and prayers are with his family and those who, loved him.
No, definitely. I mean, it's definitely tough. And, I'm just praying for everybody, from what they've been saying, like, it attacks people and it could be like a long-term battle. Mm-hmm. Some people are lucky where the 14 days go by, they're good. But I've heard like the Broadway actor lost his leg, they had to amputate his leg. I've heard of just people just going through like really bad situations. Yeah,
it's the same thing, but it's impacting people in so many different ways. It's crazy because it's something that goes from like, if someone contracts it, you can either be anywhere on the spectrum from asymptomatic and you don't even know you have it to it kills you. And that is definitely one of the scariest notions about this whole thing, because it's not even like it's following there are patterns that it follows, but it's not like you can like set your watch to that shit. And you have to take into consideration your own your own medical conditions, pre-existing conditions, your own medical history. So it's just wild. Yeah. But, we're going to try and lighten up the mood a little bit, with this episode. So of course it's now time to jump on our elevator. And
are you going up or down?
I'm actually going up.
Okay. All right. So you can go first.
Okay. Going up. So I have a few things that I just want to go up on.
So you got a few things?
Yeah.
All right. So can I just go? Right, mine's going to be quick.
But mine are quick, though.
Nah, because you know how you do. You be rapping.
You're a fucking hater. All right. Go ahead, sir.
All right. My positive, because we're up. I purchased a bike.
That was mine. fucking thief.
Oh, well, you didn't send me the show notes.
I did. I absolutely fucking emailed it to you.
Oh, well, I don't have it up.
You
As you can see, I don't have it.
So because you're unprepared, now
well, mine is still different.
Now I'm glad I got several. Now I'm glad I got several.
Mine is still different though.
Mine's having a new bike. I bought
Danielle a bike as well for her birthday, so early birthday present. Mm-hmm. Because now that we have more space. So backstory: Dani has always wanted a bike, and I was like, "Fuck no," because we have nowhere to put it. But now that we have all this space, I was like, "All right, I'm gonna buy myself a bike because if I'm gonna be forced to stay home, this is a way that I can work out." So we bought bikes Sunday. Mm-hmm. Got the bikes. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, y'all, bikes can be expensive. So
a good bike, yes.
Yeah, a good bike that's meant for like, what is it?
Like trails.
Riding.
Yeah.
And well, they're all good for riding, right? But this is like for if you're riding a path. There you go.
Pavements or like trails.
Yeah. So we bought them. I'm hyped. It's like, let me try this out. So
he's like, all right, I'm going for a ride, Dani. Yeah. All right, bye.
So I go bike riding. My dumb ass fell. So I wanted to talk about that. And, you know, I was just riding around the neighborhood. And I was talking to my neighbor.
Being extra friendly.
I went to wave. And I see my light flash in front of my eyes.
You know what
I'm good though.
You know what it makes me think of? What was that music video? Was Method Man and Redman in the music video where the girl was riding on the bike and they were and she crashed to the back of the car?
She was like cute.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's what I think of.
No,
when I
it was like I was in the middle of the cul-de-sac and I went to wave, lost.
You got a little wobbly.
And I just flipped over, but I'm good. So far, I've put in 4 miles.
Exciting.
So
I have put in none.
Once we get helmets,
that's what I'm
waiting
for.
Then I'll probably ride out a little bit more. But
yeah, so are you done?
Yes.
Okay. So that was one of my ups, is because I was excited about my bike. It's green. My favorite color is green. But I was saying that like I just needed a helmet because I was like I'm not gonna go riding until I have a helmet at least. I wasn't even gonna say why because I didn't know if TJ wanted to share his story where he bust his ass. But
I mean, I didn't get like a head trauma or anything like that. Just scraped my hand and my knee. I told my daughter and she
I don't know why.
Devastated.
Tatum is very much an empath in those ways where if she thinks that somebody is hurt or sick, she is like devastated and hurt and sick for you. She was like, Daddy got a boo-boo. Oh my God. Yeah. So she was like too upset about it. She called
my parents.
Crying.
To let them know. So
and then your mom was being scary.
Yes, my mother was being very
She was
scary.
Like, show me.
Yeah. She was like, gotta be bad if you don't want to show me. No, it's not bad. I'm Gucci. But anyway, so that's all I have for me.
Yes, so yeah.
Since you brought me back into it.
Whatever. I got a bike too, as well, whatever. I'm excited.
And she didn't say thank you either.
I definitely did say thank you. Didn't. You're full of shit.
Well, go ahead.
I'll say thank you on my birthday since it's in like another, we're in here, April, May, June, July, in like 3 months.
Okay, so if that's the case, you can't ride until then.
No.
All right then.
So anyway, got the bike, waiting for the helmet. Another thing that has me, another thing that was a really good thing was, I'm not sure how many of you were a part of or witnessed the saga that was Babyface versus Teddy Riley. But, you know, eventually when the two uncles got their act together, for the most part, the payoff was well worth it. You know, it was a walk down memory lane. It was like, God damn, like they wrote this song, they produced this song. They, you know, that the history and the legendary music that came out of this, you know, battle was great. I was in my living room, like going off. Some of you who follow us on Instagram saw Tatum going off because I had borrowed her iPad to watch it on the TV, so I could also be on Black Twitter at the same time. But yeah, it was a great, you know, it was just a black ass moment. I know that they're saying they want to do Dr. Dre versus Diddy next, but you know, what I will say is that while I do know that like Swizz Beatz and Timbaland, they're on to something with this whole versus thing, you know, I'm excited, but I'm a little skeptical because sometimes when you take something out of its like raw pure form and you make it too you try to process it and everything like that and package it, it takes away from it. It doesn't. That's what I think had Teddy Riley fucked up, because he wanted to give us a concept. We were like, no, motherfucker, just hit play. That's all you got to do. And even then, he was still having trouble. So I think the jury is still out on that one. But ultimately, I was very excited. I got my life, singing my heart out to all the songs. I did.
I just hope that they don't try to like monetize it.
Yeah, because these motherfuckers got money.
Yeah, like don't monetize it in the way that you're like. If they can get it on like a TV show and then they're getting corporate sponsors, I don't care about that. But don't
charge people.
Yeah, don't charge the people.
When there's 22 million people that just filed for unemployment.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And then my last thing I was going to say, and it's not really up or down, but I am a little concerned about like, I just hope I'm not gaining weight. I haven't stepped on a scale since we've done this, and I've been like snacking, obviously, like I'm sure a lot of people have. Clearly still not eating nearly as much as I could have before I had the weight loss surgery. TJ is actually eating gummy bears right now. He would have cursed me out up and down if I was opening a wrapper during recording, but you know, we don't always hold ourselves to the same standards that we hold others. It's fine. And yeah, I don't know. I just hope I'm not gaining weight. I think when I go over to my sister's, I'm gonna step on her scale and just see where I stand, because either I'll be the same, I'll be more, I'll be less, but at least I know like what I'm working with. And when my helmet comes, I'm gonna get on that bicycle and get some miles under my belt. Oh, and the trailer that's coming for Tatum, so that way she can ride behind me. We're gonna be like a little family.
That's fun.
That's all you got? You're not excited to go like riding around the neighborhood with me and Tatum? Are you
How
just gonna
far
leave
are you
us?
gonna go?
Well, I might be able to go further without Tatum on the back than with it, because that's like lugging another 40 pounds between the trailer and her.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a good workout.
It will be. I just think when you ride around with her, we should just be like in the area.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going down no trails and no paths with her.
Because
I'm not even going down any trails or paths. I'm starting on pavement because it's been a smooth decade since I've been on a bicycle.
Yeah, so I went to the entrance. I went to the circle. Mm-hmm. So from here to the circle and back, it's 2 miles.
Okay.
So that was like 12 minutes, I think. 13 minutes.
I could probably do that a few times.
Yeah. But yeah, once my helmet comes, I may try to ride to your mother's house and see.
Well, that's a couple miles. That's like 8 miles.
I think Herb said it was like 10 or 12.
I think he said 8. Because he rode from his house to here, and that was like 8.
Okay, so if it's 8, it'll be 16.
There and back,
you gotta
yes.
Get there, and then you got to come back.
Okay. Well, we shall see.
Yeah.
I'll definitely record that for y'all.
Record what?
I'll see you off, and I'll record you coming back.
I don't need that. That's pretty corny.
That's not... Okay. Just trying to document your greatness.
I'm regular.
Are you worried about falling on camera?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if I fall. Like, shit happens. It's nothing to be, at least for me.
It does. I'm confident I'm going to fall at some point. That's why I need my helmet first.
Yeah. You definitely need the helmet so you can protect the ground.
Shut the hell up. I'm leaving. I'm
that
done.
big head hits the concrete.
Moving right along. It is now time for our relationship tip of the week.
Don't get married.
First of all, for all things considered, with everything going on in the world, me and you have been rocking and rolling.
We have been rocking and rolling. I
Like,
can still say don't get married.
We have. We've had our bumps in the road, but
it's been good. It's been cool.
It's definitely been like. I mean, granted, we are, and that actually leads right into my relationship tip. I'll say this, and then I'll say the tip, and then I'll come back to my point. So my relationship tip of this week, quarantine edition, is to make sure that you're giving your partner or whomever you're living with, your roommate, your friends, your family, whatever ships you're living in right now, make sure you're giving yourself and each other as much physical space as you can during these times. And I know it's easier said than done in certain situations, because if you're living in a studio apartment with your boyfriend, or you got kids and, you know, wherever you're cooped up, I'm right there with you. I understand. But to whatever degree you can have like a place of peace for just a half an hour, whatever amount of time, a couple hours that you need throughout the day, that isn't just like when you're by yourself working, but it's actually like a time and space for you to decompress, please do so. And more than anything, also, please afford that same courtesy to the other people in your house, because we know that there's some of y'all in this world whose love language is quality time. So this is like, bet I get to be up under my person or whatever way, and your person is a more of a an acts of service or words of affirmation person, whatever. They're just not quality time, so they need some space. Sometimes you need to be able to recharge, and in times like this where there isn't any place to go, there aren't very many ways for you to get out, quote unquote, out of the house without risking your life. You know, it's important that you still also carve out a space for yourself or give each other some space during this time in order to make sure that you keep your sanity, because even in the best of relationships, you know, in marriages or whatever, like, it's in my opinion, like, you're not meant to be around that person 24/7, because you're your own person, your own individual. And now that you take work out of the equation and you take social life out of the equation, you want to make sure that you're still giving yourself and the other person space to just do them and be by themselves. And then, you know, you guys come back around and play a little bit of Connect 4, or get on the video games or whatever, watch a movie, and then you do it all over again tomorrow. So,
can I go into my tip, or do you have...
No.
Because you said you wanted to talk about something.
Well, no, all I was going to say was that's kind of like the blessing of us having moved right before all this started, is that we have a lot more space for us to have a physical space to ourselves. Like, I can be in the bedroom and you could be down here.
Because if we was in the old spot, I think we talked about that previously.
We would have been fighting.
Definitely been fighting.
Because I'm like, this nigga is always on the couch.
Yeah.
And I would have been always in the dining room.
I mean, that's
you would have been
now,
between
though.
You would have been between the couch and the bedroom.
It would have just been a lot.
We've been on top.
We've
been on top of each other.
Yeah.
So we're lucky, and we have all this extra space now to go for a bike ride, or take them into a backyard and play, and
yeah,
it's just better.
It's bigger. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have more space. My quarantine tip is I'm gonna say for those with children. Is that use this time to like engage with your children, outside of just like teaching, if that makes sense. The
distance learning, yeah.
Like, you know, try to give them some type of normalcy, or, you know, whatever they're going through, try to make it a little bit fun.
Be
I know
present
Tatum
with
is
them.
only 3, but I bought Candyland for her so we could try that. I was Googling some science projects, so me and her are gonna build a volcano. That's my plan. I want to build a volcano with her, and we can do the eruption. But I got some other stuff. But, you know, I think this is an important time to kind of teach, but spend time, but, you know, do fun things with your family.
Yeah, I think, and to that point, like, the educator in me will say, like, parents who are listeners of this show, please do not kill yourselves trying to have your kids like keep up with everything, distance learning, remote learning, whatever you want to call it, related. You know, it's difficult, and you want them to obviously not, you know, have, you know, the equivalent of like an extreme summer loss, as far as like the things that they've learned. But, you know, if your child's school or school district or teacher is doing too much, you know, take it in stride. Do what you can when you can. You know, get your kids to the best of the ability to do it. But, you know, if there's a day where like everything is going wrong and shit can't get done because you got a project to do and they're fighting it, like, don't kill yourself and beat yourself up over it. As a teacher, and I saw this kind of floating around on social media too, what I would say is that review of skills and learning and making sure that your kids are still engaged academically is important. But what's more important is making sure that your kids are like social and emotional wellness is like intact through all of this. Because prayerfully, when we go back to school in the fall, like, teachers for the most part, like we'd be like, we got it from here. Like, yeah, we got to reset things or whatever, but try to make the home life environment like less stressful, because then it's already going to be a battle to get kids back into routines and procedures. You're talking about, you're not just fighting the 8 to 9 weeks of the summer, but now you're talking about you're fighting that plus another 3 months on top of it. And we're going to have to get back into the swing of things and get back into the routines and procedures and get back into instruction. But if I add on top of it that the kid was like, you know, the kid fell into a depression because nobody talked to them, or they were home by themselves for 12 hours a day. And I know everybody can't help with their situations, but do whatever you got to do to make sure that like the social emotional wellness of your kid is as intact as possible during times like this. And then the learning and review and all stuff like that shit will come. And don't beat yourself up if it can't happen every day. So
no, I listen, I agree. And listen,
because we have days where we get our learn on in here, and other days where
I'm learning. This situation is teaching me to be more patient than I've ever been. And, you know, I can't blow up the way my mind has told me I need to blow up, and I have to be mindful of that and just be mindful. Another thing, man.
TJ's not supposed to be a teacher.
I feel like I can teach. I think I would be a teacher of older kids. I don't have the patience for like little kids, even though I have a little kid. This
is true. Although little older kids, I mean, we see grown ass folks that don't follow instructions, so and act slow.
I was gonna continue with something, but I feel like I can use that as something for another episode. So
you gonna put a pin in it?
I'm gonna put a pin on that.
All right.
So yeah. More than anything, hopefully with this quarantine, we're able to build some things that we could take when we go back to normal. So, like I said earlier, I got Candyland for Tatum, but I think that something that me and Dani can try to implement going forward is like a family game night.
Yeah, I like that.
So if that means that every Friday, that's our game night, or Saturday, you know, we'll find a day, but I just think it's something that we can add to allow Tatum to have fun and stuff like that. So
I love it. So now it is time for our word of the week.
Hour?
Well, yeah, because you give
it's not hour.
It's you give the word.
Now we're ready for TJ's word of the week.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because it's not our word of the week. I'm coming up with the word.
No, you're not.
It's not a Dani and TJ thing.
I'm a part of this. I'm a part of this segment. So
all you're doing is just letting us know that you can spell it. That's it.
I mean, these are words that you don't necessarily know how to spell, though, right? So I'm like, it's an education.
Are you trying to say that I don't know how to spell?
I'm not saying that you don't know how to spell.
That's what you were trying to say.
But
that's what you were inferring.
You're purposely looking up words that are unfamiliar to
Originally,
you.
Yes, that's what I was doing. And then now I'm kind of like just trying to find shit so I can stump you, because
you're a hater.
I'm not a hater. You're a hater. I'm Definitely. The one out here. I was just trying to learn, and you imposed yourself into my world.
Okay, continue.
Golly.
Lord of mercy.
Buckethead ass. Anyway, yes, it's my turn for my word of the week.
Okay.
My segment.
Go ahead. Rock out.
And TJ's word of the week is Maudlin. Maudlin, definition is self-pityingly or tearfully sentimental, often through drunkenness. The drink made her maudlin.
Maudlin. Not maudling, right? Like, you're not dropping off the G, right? You can give me that much.
There is no G.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
Maudlin. Maudlin. Maudlin? Maudlin?
Say that one more time.
Maudlin.
You got it.
Ha ha ha. Motherfuck me, no, motherfuck you. Ooh, who can spell? Dani.
Well, we know that you can spell.
The speller.
whatever.
Of the two of us.
Anyway, with that, we're going to take a break. Here, a message from our sponsor, Gaines Sports Gear.
GAINZ sportsgear.com.
You're an asshole. Anyway, let's take a moment and hear from our sponsor.
Hey friend, it's time for you to ditch those workout gloves and get the grip and wrist support you deserve. What do you suggest? You need to get the Gaines Load and Lock grips by Gaines Sports Gear. They are more durable than gloves, have a non-slip grip pad that provides grip support and added wrist support unlike your traditional workout gloves, and will protect your hands from calluses. Do they come in different colors? Not only do they come in different colors, but they are available for men and women. Do yourself a favor, go to GainesSportsGear.com. And remember, a better grip equals a better lift. Embrace the process.
And as always, you too can embrace the process by using our code LOVERS10 at Gaines, GAINZ sportsgear.com, and get 10% off your first order. And now, back to the show. And we're back.
Yep. And in the spirit of all things Corona related, TJ and I, sometimes we come to an episode where even after all of these years, we want to take time to get to know each other a little bit better. So what I found was 101 questions to ask your quarantine partners to get them know better during lockdown. Now, we're not going to go through all 101 questions, obviously, but TJ and I are going to go through this list and we're going to pick questions that we really want the other person to answer. And after they answer, we actually have the option to also respond to that question. We're going to include the link to the article in our show notes for tomorrow's episode, just so that way, if you are, let's say, who I feel for right now? I feel for motherfuckers who just moved in with like their significant other during this time, because you're like, this is like obviously a trial period. And can you imagine if like our first months living together we're also like we're in quarantine, so we can't go anywhere?
I mean, if you're just moving in with somebody, I don't know how bad it's going to be, because it might be masked that the reason why this person is acting this way or doing this way is because of the quarantine, right? Mm-hmm. So there's no real way to say this thing is really a slob because he's really a slob. You might be like, he's in a slob because we're going through the quarantine and so on and so forth. So I think that part would be hard. But who got you all smiling?
Nothing. I was looking at one of those pictures where you have to decide, it's which one do you see first? And it was a picture of, what I saw first was like a woman was pushing a man's face like to eat her booty, and then the person commented and said it's supposed to be a duck. It's like, if you don't see the duck, you nasty. And so I was trying to see the duck, and I don't see the duck.
Let me see it.
Hold on.
I just want to let y'all know Dani's nasty.
I don't see the duck. Do you see the duck? Or you see booty eating?
It do look like he eating a butt. The duck's on the bottom. The bottom right corner.
Oh shit. We gotta post this one on our page afterwards.
We can.
When we drop the episode, I'm gonna save the image. I hope nobody goes through my phone. They're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Danny's nasty. Anyway.
Okay, so you have your questions pulled up?
Am I starting? Yes.
Yes, you start, and then you can write down the numbers that we've done.
All right. 101.
Really?
No, you wanted that one?
No.
Okay.
I just figured you just...
Once this is all over, what's the first thing you'll do?
Responsibly is go to work. And then the first thing I do for myself is I would go to get
them eyebrows.
My eyebrows are okay. My eyebrows are hanging in there. I definitely get my lashes, my nails, my hair, a wax. And
I don't give a fuck
a massage.
I don't give a fuck about no damn haircut. I can give you a massage for it. I'm nice with it.
All right, we'll put that to the test tonight.
As long as Tatum isn't waking up, I got you.
Why? What's wrong? A harmless little massage? She can't be...
She can.
Oh, or you want it to become more than a massage?
I mean, listen, I'm trying to give you a happy ending.
Oh, my gosh. What about you?
Shit, I'm going straight to New York.
Go see your
and
family.
I'm gonna hit a day party, a night party, a mid party, a brunch party. I'm gonna be out.
Everybody,
Bitch, I'm a thought.
Everybody-
Get me lit. That's what I'm gonna be on.
Everybody's gonna be out.
That is what I'm going to be on. Bitch, I'm a thought. Get me lit. I hope that when this happens, I hope that this changes everybody's vibes. And I hope people don't, like, nobody wants to fight in the club. No one is, like, angry anymore. Like, I hope people be like, I don't want to fuck up the vibe. I'm just going to be a nicer person.
I'm just glad to be here.
Exactly.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm gonna go with I like this one. Number 57. What is the worst wardrobe mistake you've ever made?
The worst wardrobe mistake that I ever made.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one.
I know, because you think you're so fly.
I mean, listen. If I don't, no one else will. I feel like
Maybe it was like a phase?
I think it was Katie's wedding. I didn't love my outfit.
So it's like the biggest wardrobe mistake you've ever made?
Okay, maybe that's not considered a wardrobe mistake.
So I guess is there like an era of like time where you were wearing a particular style?
Okay. If that's the case, the white t-shirt era.
Okay.
When I would get like a 4X, 5X, like the longer the t-shirt, the better. Like that was the dumbest shit ever. And my jeans were stupid baggy. Oh my gosh. So that would probably be the worst era. That like, at 2000 and like 2001 to like 2000 and no, sorry, like 2003 to like 2007, like somewhere around that era. I was like, my shit was just stupid, big, and dumb, and
Got it. I would have to say some of my biggest wardrobe mistakes were and I was in high school. I used to wear this gray hoodie all the time, like over everything. It didn't matter what the outfit was. It didn't matter what time of year it was. I just wore it. It had a lot to do with my own insecurities with my body, but I wore it all the time, and it was just disgusting. And then the other one I would say is, this is probably like big in college when I think back, like during that time. So that was 05 to 09. It was like those, there were like those like moccasin boots that were like, that you came into like your calf or your knee. And even though like they look like ninja boots sometimes, I had them in like black and brown and beige.
I remember those.
Yeah. So that was definitely like not, that was definitely a miss in the grand scheme of things. What about you, though? What's another question for you, sir?
I was going to ask number 16, but I think that's just so easy. 25. What are you most proud of in your life?
I would say I'm most proud of the life I've built for myself. You know, I'm happy, and I'm not saying that because I'm not saying that that marriage, like the not the act of getting married, but like the union of marriage that is marriage has to contribute to your happiness, or it defines happiness. But for me, it contributes, being married to you contributes to one of my proudest achievements. So like the life I built myself, my marriage, my family, you know, my relationships, and my like success. And then the fact that like I've taken ownership of like my own happiness is one of my proudest things. Like when I, you know, did the things like having the weight loss surgery, going back to therapy, you know, taking care of myself in ways more consistently that I haven't in the past. Like those things I'm most proud of.
Okay.
How about you?
I would say where I'm at in life right now is what I'm most proud of. Kind of sound like yours, but I feel like our reasons are definitely different. You know, I'm proud of Tatum. I get compliments about how smart she is all the time, and with it being my first child, it's just like I don't know what's normal, what's not normal. I don't know what's advanced, what's not advanced. So for me, it's not something I've never paid attention to, and so for me, that's why it's kind of different. I'm proud of Dani, and you know, she's always kept me motivated and everything else. I'm proud of like my friends. I got a lot of friends who's doing some dope shit, and I just want to see people win. But I'm really proud of, as you said, like the life that we built for ourselves. If you would have asked me, and I say this all the time, at 16 years old, damn. Just to think that because I'm 32 now. Sorry, I just had a moment. But like 16 years ago would have been half. But at 16, I would have never thought that this was possible at all. None of this. Like living in Maryland, no. Owning a house, no. I mean, I always thought I'd get married, but I didn't. You know what I mean? So it's just those things. And then a lot of it was like the expectations for TJ wasn't high. Like I was the bad kid, and I'm pretty sure there was a lot of parents who was like, you know, watch out for him. He's going to be the bad kid. And when we move forward and we look back, I'm the good kid, and that kid wound up becoming the bad kid, or they went through something. It's kind of like, you know, sometimes we shouldn't pass judgment, you know.
Got it. Yeah,
So.
I feel you on that. Okay. I'm going to go with number 39, but I'm going to kind of break it into two parts, right? Or I want two answers. So the number 39 is, what's the trait that instantly turns you off to someone?
I need an example.
Physical and then like a personality trait.
So a physical trait like
something like a physical on their person, on their body. You know, something that's
like a fake butt, I could say.
Yeah, that would be physical. And then a person, and then a turn off is like far as like personality or demeanor, like how they carry themselves.
Yeah, so I don't like big, stupid, nasty, fake butts. I don't know.
You got no problem with that over here.
Yeah. I don't know who okayed this for women to get this like weird shaped
little ant butt.
Yeah, they all got it. They all got it. Kim K got it. I'm pretty sure Chloe got it. The little one definitely got it. Kendall.
She's reverting back to her old ways. That's Kylie. Kendall and
Courtney. Courtney are the only natural ones.
Yeah.
Yes. Fucking Tommy from Love and Hip Hop just did it recently, and like she used to have like a nice shape, and now it's like protruding hips. I just don't get it. But again, I know there's people out there who love that shit. I don't like it. Like when I go to strip club, I'm looking for the one whoever has the most natural looking body. That's who I want.
Did you hear that they said that Ari, whatever her name is, that she actually did have work done? Because everybody was swearing that was her real butt. But then they were saying, I saw something on social media that was like her like plastic surgeon started following her again or something.
That might make sense. I mean, we were talking about it last night. Shout out to my guy Llama. And shout out to my man Rock. They were on Llama's live. And they were just talking about it, about like, should women get their bodies done and stuff like that? Can they get their bodies done? Or if they get it, like...
If they want to.
I mean, that's what the majority of it was saying. But it's like, when you get it, don't be... You can't get mad that people don't like it, you know? You can't get mad that people will comment on it.
Yeah, I mean it's a personal preference, and I guess if you
I'm just saying it definitely is a personal preference, but people are gonna talk about you good, bad, or indifferent. So don't get it and then post it, and then when people don't give you the reaction you were looking for, you're upset.
Yeah. Oh, you know who? Now this is like not good. What's her name? Peppa from Salt and Pepper.
What?
She got Salt and Pepper. Pep got her work done because she's actually never really had like a lot of like curves, and if you watch Growing Up Hip Hop, like she's clearly had some type of like augmentation in her derriere, and it maybe it's still settling when they were recording, but it didn't look ideal. I mean, personally, like I mean, and I'll be the first one to say, like, I look at asses all the time because I have none. So, you know, I admire the things that I don't possess. So it's you know, it's easy to, you know, you start to have like develop like a preference or, you know, a style that you like, and of course like the natural look is better, and we are in the thick of like people having bodies that don't necessarily seem like they're anatomically correct, but you know, this too, I'm guessing, shall pass. And so then for me,
no, well, you didn't.
Oh yeah, your personality. Yeah, what's your personality turn off?
I don't like mean people or stink people, rude people. I got mad at them. I don't like liars either. Oh, I hate liars. That's probably the worst thing you could be to me. Like a liar. Like, you don't have to lie. Don't tell me that you have the connections or you could do certain things, or like, we don't gotta try to impress people. I don't like people who brag either. Like, if you're like braggadocious or that's another trait I don't like. Now you can answer your.
Physically, the biggest turn off I would say is I'm gonna have to go with, like, I would say teeth, because it's you know, and it runs the gamut, right? So like, I'm not even worried. I've worked with people who have like missing teeth or like missing teeth basically, and even though that part is like distracting, you get over it eventually, right? I am talking more so about like when you got like janky ass, gnarled ass, rotten teeth in your mouth and they're just sitting there. Because there was a person that I came across in my lifetime, and they were talking to me, and I didn't know them well, but I had to talk to them for something, and I was about to eat. I remember, I never forget, I had a freaking burrito bowl in front of me, and I was about to eat, and she started talking. I heard, and it wasn't even about breath. We weren't even close enough, but I could see her mouth. I couldn't eat. I could not eat anymore, because I'm just like, yo, this shit is bothering me. How is it not bothering you? And I know healthcare, dental healthcare, all this stuff like that, all factors, socioeconomic, whatever, because you know me, I can always find a political PC way of making stuff, but I can't help that it was just like, it made my stomach literally turn. And then as far as like personality or like demeanor turn off, up there with me would have to be like cockiness. It's really just like,
what do you consider cockiness?
Like when you are like something like bragging, like there's nothing wrong with being confident, right? We can always appreciate a confident person, but when you are going out of your way to highlight yourself or the things that matter to you, and to brag about it. I mean, it really, like, so like I always think about like Floyd Mayweather, like, and I know that like being like bragging is a kind of like a part of the culture of boxing, but to me, he always struck me as someone who took it like too far. Honestly, you know what else is a turn on for me is trolls. So like the way like 50 Cent is a troll, that shit just does not like sit with my spirit in the long term. Like everybody trolls from time to time, right? But like when you make it like your life's work to be a troll, I can't fade that either. And with that, I yield. You writing down a bunch of questions for yourself. You just like, no, are you keeping up?
I'm keeping up so that way I know.
Oh, okay. So what's your next one? Because I had another one, but I gotta see if I find it if you don't use it.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. I just had it too, and then I fucking, excuse my language.
That's TJ frustrated.
What's the thing your parents taught you best?
What number is that?
47.
47. What's the thing that your parents taught you best? They taught me a lot of things. So I think that what my parents taught me best, like one of the things that they taught me best, like explicitly, was the value and power of like information and education. Because my parents, were both, not only was it just because they were both college educated, because that doesn't always equate to intelligence, but they were just genuinely smart people, and they were and are smart people, and that they didn't just like brush me off when I had questions. They answered my questions. They were well-read people. Like, I distinctly remember, like, my parents would watch the news in the morning. They would watch the news in the evening. My mother read the newspaper on the train every day. My dad was an avid, like, researcher. Like, so, anytime I had questions about something, he would always be like, well, look it up. And this was obviously part of this time was also before the internet was a thing. So we had encyclopedias in the house, and I'd have to be like, I had a question about dinosaurs. You motherfucking right. I had to go into the living room and go to the encyclopedia bookshelf and take down the letter D, and start looking up stuff. And it was something that, follows me to this day, because not only does it, like, it makes me the intelligent woman that I am, but also because it's what, like, sparked my passion for learning and for knowledge and for teaching, because I love that feeling of, like, when you obtain and understand new pieces of information. And I guess the other thing too was that they kind of taught me best was how to, in a lot of ways, be good parents. Like, they weren't necessarily the best married couple, but sometimes maybe they showed me a little bit of what not to do in that aspect. But as far as like mother and father roles, like, Gregory and Tony weren't perfect, but they damn sure did. They balanced each other fucking amazingly, I feel like, in raising me and my sister. How about you?
So I think for me, as you were talking, I'm over here thinking, trying to find, like, what is the thing that my parents taught me best. And I honestly, I think it may be independence, autonomy. The child that I was, I kind of did things independently, and they never altered that. They never, like, stopped it. Mm-hmm. They never, like... So, for example, when I was, like, 3, I was like, I wanted food, and they didn't listen. And I went in the kitchen by myself, grabbed the pizza out of the fridge, put it in the microwave, and I may have put it in the microwave for, like, 2 hours. And...
almost burned the house down.
Yeah, my parents watching the movies, but... that also let them know, like, if TJ says he's hungry, that means feed him. And I think about that because Tatum is kind of the same way. Like, if Tatum tells you she wants cookies, that means you need to get up and go get her cookies. Because if you don't, she's going to slide the chair over to the cabinet. Like, I've had to move the cookies further up. But, so she, I'm seeing a lot of her. I'm seeing a lot of me in her in that aspect of the independence. So I think that's probably the best thing that they've taught me. I mean, but they've given, like you said, tons and tons of just jewels. Like, like my father always says, 8 out of 10 people are stupid. And a lot of times, as harsh as it sounds, it has proven to be correct that a lot of people just talk out their ass, or they tell you something that they heard, Yeah. They didn't do the research themselves, but they read online that this was happening, and then they do that. And it kind of reminds me, like, my biggest pet peeve, like, when people send, like, fake articles, thinking that they're real articles, but they didn't really, like, it didn't come from New York Post or New York Daily News or New York Times or CNN, or, like, it came from, like, you'reanidiot.com, and it'd be like, see? And, like, no, nigga, you're an idiot. Like, but, like, that happened. My father taught me how to, like, argue.
Damn straight.
How to stand up for myself. So it's so much, but the biggest thing I take from them is that they allow me to be independent and make my own decisions.
True. All right, here's one. Number 50. What's the strangest conspiracy theory that you actually believe? Because you got motherfuckers out here talking about 5G and all this types
UFOs.
of stupid shit.
It would be the only one that's believable for me.
So mine is always like UFOs and ghosts, like aliens and ghosts.
But that's not really a conspiracy.
Oh, yeah,
Ghosts wouldn't be conspiracy.
No, okay, fair.
But the conspiracy might be like Area 51 is a conspiracy.
Oh yeah, I absolutely believe in aliens. You can't tell me
it's definitely aliens here.
I think
as long as they leave me the fuck alone.
I don't even know. I mean, maybe they've visited or maybe they've driven by, but they probably were like, this place looks fucking ghetto. And I honestly, like, you can't tell me that there is all this universe and it's just us. That's just stupid. That's just a waste of space. That's mismanagement of your space, in my opinion. So that's one. Well, that was a quick one. What about you, baby?
I answered first, didn't I?
Yeah, you said UFOs, and I agree.
But you said, what about you, baby? You mean...
like, what's your next question?
So you should have said next question. Nigga.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Question 90. What is the hardest thing you've ever done?
The hardest thing I've ever done. The hardest thing I ever done was like 2017 to 2019. Like that just was the hardest. The most I've ever had on my plate. The hardest I've ever had to like fight to the finish. Between, I mean, we've talked about this on the show plenty of times, but you know, work, school, wife, mother, dying, deceased parent, landlord, all that shit, hard. Glad that most of those things are in the past. So that would be mine. How about you?
Hardest thing, I'm going to say is twofold. Being a parent and being a husband. Those would be my hardest things. Being a parent, there's no way. I mean, being a parent and being married, there's nothing that anybody can tell you to prepare. Because every person is different. Every marriage is different. Every child is different. So they could tell you everything, and then everything they told you is different than what you experience. So I think those are the hardest things. And a marriage isn't tough in the sense of like, it's a battle, but it's as me and Dani always say, it's work. Like it takes work. It's being married is not a job, but it takes work. Like you have to work at it, and every day you have to work at it. And yeah, you may have off days and stuff like that, but you can't be consistently off. Because again, it's two people becoming one, and then with parenting, it's just like you're never off. So
sure, fucking.
I think those would be the hardest.
Okay. I know I saw it on here. Oh, number 6. This is my turn to ask, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Who is your weirdest celebrity crush? Past or present. It doesn't have to be somebody you could have liked when you were younger and don't like now. But just weirdest.
Who's the weirdest celebrity crush? It's tough. I'll probably say Cardi B.
You got a crush on her?
I fuck with Cardi B heavy. I feel like we'll have so much fun.
Oh. I know, but I didn't think it was somebody like you. Like, I mean, she's attractive. You never really expressed like you were like sexually attracted to her.
Well, it doesn't say sexually.
Crush means stuff. Okay. Well, crush
could just mean someone that you like or you admire.
You're right. Go ahead.
Why are you making it sexual, Dani?
I apologize.
I just like Cardi B, and when people say that, when people hear me say that, some people be like, "What? She's ghetto, or she's not what I would picture TJ would like."
Oh.
I
like her too. She's good, but she's actually very smart.
I just like genuine people, so that would be my one.
I used to. I think. Let's see. Weirdest celebrity crush. I probably had a crush on. I think I had a crush when I was younger, like really young, like when I first like really started noticing boys, I guess, because of the timing and everything with what was it called, TGIF, like on ABC or whatever. So I definitely used to have a crush on Steve Urkel.
You had a crush on Steve Urkel.
Well, Stefan Urkel. So when he came out the chamber.
No.
And
I thought you was gonna say like Sean from Boys Meet World.
I did like him too.
Sean was the friend.
Yes. Right? Yeah, I didn't like Corey. Sean was, oh my God, he was so cute.
Yeah, that is weird.
So I would say those two.
Okay.
Those are pretty, I guess, like, I mean, they're pretty like.
So we've done 5 rounds. Do you want to do one more? Because I like even numbers.
Sure.
Do you have one? If you do, you can go.
I have 2 more. Dang. I
have 2 more that you want to do?
Yeah.
What numbers?
8 and because I want to keep it light. 30.
All right, those can be the next 2.
That makes 7.
But no, I'm gonna use one of those.
Oh, sorry.
I'll use 8.
Okay.
And then you can finish it on 30.
Okay.
What would your death row last meal be?
My inner former fat girl. What do you think mine would be? I want you to try and put together a meal for me.
You're out here changing
I don't know.
the game. I don't know. I figured you'll have a dessert.
Of course.
Because you do that.
I like dessert.
So,
you'll have seafood. Crab legs.
Anyways, back to you. So, can you come up with something?
Okay, I would want. Okay, if I had like one last.
It's definitely a dessert in there.
Absolutely. Okay, so if I had to like say everything that I would want, if I could like eat and eat and eat like with no issues, there would definitely be like pizza, spaghetti. There would be like arroz con pollo. It'd be like Mexican food.
Arroz con pollo is Mexican
well, I mean
food.
Spanish food and Mexican food. So they'd be like
definitely 2 different.
They're 2 different types of food, but they'd be arroz con pollo. But they make arroz con pollo too.
I've never been to a Mexican restaurant where they make arroz.
They don't make it the same, but they make it.
Got it.
Okay, so it'd be like tacos. There would be oxtails.
Yeah, you're really going ham right
I
now.
know, right? Because this is my last meal. There'd be oxtails, and I could if it's death row, and I can stretch out before I have to go, get the needle.
So you can stretch out.
Because like they have to let me finish all the food, right?
Is that how it works?
I mean, I don't know. I've never been on death row, so.
I mean, if that's the case, then I would just be like, for me, I'd be like, I want every food in the world.
Okay, I would want some sushi. I would want some yellow cake with chocolate icing, some cookies and cream ice cream, and mint chocolate chip ice cream. And then I would say I'll go meet my maker. How about you?
So I am here in Dallas BBQs. Know what I mean?
Texas size.
I need a Texas size frozen. They don't provide you alcohol for death row, do they?
Probably not. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, but still, their wings be fire. So I definitely get
Some sticky wings.
Yeah. Their burgers is good too. Probably get one of those.
Oh, I should have put a burger
I'm
on
gonna
mine
get
too.
a lobster tail. I'm gonna need like 3 of those with some nice butter. Yeah, some crab legs. But I want the crab legs pre-cracked already. So
You just want the meat.
no, I want it I want it to be like all I gotta do is just
Slide it out. That's what she said.
Yeah, so
And that's it? What about no desserts?
give a fuck about no damn dessert.
And some chips?
I don't know. I would have to think about this more now.
Okay.
Death row. That's crazy when you think about it, right? You get one last meal, like just kill me. What the fuck?
Well, it's your last meal.
I know. I don't need no fucking last meal. I'm dying already. What the fuck?
Okay, but don't you want to die happy and full? Stop biting your nails.
Anyway,
All right.
the
Last one. Number 30. Name your top 5 movies.
Top 5. Wolf of Wall Street is definitely in there. Top 5. So I have Wolf of Wall Street. Like I may pick like all like long ass movies.
Goodfellas. Casino.
Those two can go in there as far as top 5.
The Wood.
The Wood definitely goes in there.
Well, that's 4 right there.
Yeah. Above the... No.
Not above the rim.
That no, I
mean,
like
that's,
it though.
I know.
I'm trying to think. Maybe I would do He Got Game. Because I feel like I should have a basketball movie in there. And that was a great movie.
Also long. Spike Lee joint.
Yeah.
So, Wolf of Wall Street, Goodfellas, Casino, He Got Game, and The Wood.
But I might have to take Casinos with Ginger.
Mm-hmm. Sharon Stone.
Is with Ray
Liotta.
He was a snitch. We're going to get the snitch out of there. I'm going to add Bamboozled in there. It's definitely one of my top 5 movies.
Oh, yeah. That is your little dark horse of a...
It's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
I think it's... You know, it doesn't give a lot of a play for it, but I just think that what it represented and, you know, it taught me about minstrel shows and about black faces and why it's not okay and shit like that. I mean, honestly, that kind of opened up my eyes to like how racist America was and made me kind of look at America a little bit differently. Like,
it started to pull back the veil.
Yeah,
the curtain,
exactly.
Excuse me.
Yeah, and you know, to think that white actors would dress up in blackface to mock us, and you know, like that was and then for African Americans to get work, they had to be in blackface, even though they were already black. Like the stereotype, like when you really sit back and think about all the negative and bad shit that has happened to black people in America, I can see how people dislike other people. I'm not saying that is right at all, but you know, that is one of those things that I feel like, even though they try to act like slavery, you know, I've seen it in textbooks where they've said they were migrated as far like they try to erase what happened. You can't erase what happened. Like they got to embrace what happened and make it easier. Well, not easier, but they have to make it better. But you can't erase what slavery was.
Got it.
And then you can't erase what racism was. And still is. Right? Like the shit that they used to do to us back and it's crazy when you think about it. Like it was literally a free for all. You can kill black people and do whatever you want to black people and it was okay. You didn't have to have a reason. They were black and that was the reason and that was okay. The fact that like they used to like hang us and that was a picnic, like that was their event. The event was to hang a black person and their families would come and set up a picnic and like the shit that white people did to us was fucking crazy. And
they still doing it to this day, just in different ways.
Yeah, 100%. But just to think that this was acceptable. This was okay. If you killed a black person, it was okay.
I mean, shit, you can say that now.
Yeah, but it's a little different. But they still try to use it.
Of course.
They definitely, you know, try to harm us and then use their protective ways or protective things.
And privilege.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry. They use their privilege to get out of it. And that's crazy. But yes, I would recommend if anyone ever seen Bamboozled, watch it and we can talk about it. Great movie.
Okay.
What are your top 5, Dani?
Of course, The Fifth Element.
I knew that. You like that Christmas movie?
Which one?
If Heath Ledger. Is it 10 Things I Hate About You?
I do like 10 Things I Hate About You. That's not a Christmas movie though. You want Love Actually?
Love Actually.
I do like Love Actually. That's like my favorite holiday movie. So I don't know if I put it in my
separate.
Yeah, because people have favorite holiday movies and they have their favorite like movies.
Got you.
Probably The Mummy. I do watch that a lot. Trying to think. First Wives Club is up there. That's a really good movie. That's what, 3?
First Wives Club, Fifth Element,
The Mummy.
Yep, you're 3.
I'm trying to think of another movie that I like watch. I think about movies that I watch all the time. They make me happy. So, I guess I'm gonna just go with.
You got 2 more.
I know.
The Wood.
What do you think? Is there any ones I'm not thinking of? Do you know me? Because the way I was able to name off some of yours. Can you name off some of mine?
I thought I was, and you said that those were Christmas movies. So.
Oh.
I feel like you like Home Alone too. You watch that.
I do like Home Alone too. I don't know if I would put it in my top 5, but for timing's sake, we got Home Alone.
If you don't know your top 5 movies, you gotta figure it out, bro.
Oh, Steel Magnolias.
Never seen it.
That shit would make you cry.
I don't want to cry, but okay.
But that's definitely a great movie.
Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights is okay. We could put that in there too. Harlem Nights.
So is that the last one?
Yeah, for now. There's others that I could definitely put up there too. Like I love Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't put fucking Ghostbusters.
I guess I could.
I've never heard you say anything about Still Magnolias. What is Still Magnolias?
I was trying to think of a movie that wasn't like a comedy or science fiction, but
it's choose your top 5 movies, not choose your top 5 movies that fit into 5 different categories.
Okay, so yeah. What? Still Magnolias is with Dolly Parton and Sally Fields and Julia Roberts.
No.
It's so good.
Oh, I'm good. Never.
It's so
good. You even like not Class.
House Party?
No.
Class Act?
But I'm definitely putting those in there. I'm definitely changing my list.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we do love Class Act and House Party.
Whoopi Goldberg movie, Sister Act.
Oh, Sister Act. Yes, Sister Act 2. Back in the Habit.
But you've watched that recently. I've never seen you watch Still Magnolias.
Because I know I'm going to cry, but I love that movie.
Okay.
I also like Ghost, which is a Whoopi Goldberg movie.
So what are your 5 movies, bro?
Okay, fine.
Because you're doing
Fifth
too much.
Element, The Mummy, Harlem Nights, Ghostbusters, and what was the last one? Did I say?
Still Magnolias.
No, the other one.
First Wives Club.
Was there another one on there?
No, you had First Wives Club, Fifth Element, Mummy, Still Magnolia, and Harlem Nights.
First Wives Club.
Okay, so Still Magnolia doesn't make the cut.
No.
All right.
But it's like number 7.
Whatever. Okay. Well, if that's number 7, what's number 6?
Ghostbusters 2? I don't know.
Okay.
But those are just up there. I like what I like.
Was The Wood, He Got Game, Wolf of Wall Street, Goodfellas.
He Got Game, Wolf of Wall Street, Goodfellas. No, Casino. You took out Casino. You took out Goodfellas.
I took out Goodfellas, Casino.
The Wood, Wolf of Wall Street, Casino.
He Got Game.
He Got Game, and oh my God. What did he say?
I don't remember. I'm going to have to go back on the tape.
All right.
Fuck that. So, because I don't remember it, I said Bamboozled.
Yes. Oh, yeah, the one you spent the whole time talking about.
Yeah, so we're definitely keeping that. So now that I'm thinking more, this is tough, right? Because Class Act is definitely in my favor. I'm mad that it's off of Netflix. And House Party is one of my favorites, right?
I would take out He Got Game.
Yeah, so I'm going to remove He Got Game. It's going to go later. But I'm fucked up because I have another movie that I got to put in there, right?
What?
Superfly. That is my shit.
That's not one of your top 5 though.
I watch it all the time.
The new shit.
The new one with the dude from Blackish.
Oh my goodness, with his perm.
I watch that shit all the time.
No, that doesn't count. It's too new.
It's too new?
Yeah.
All right, so The Wood, Wolf of Wall Street, Casino, Bamboozled, and if I had to put one in there, I'm going to put Class Act. With Honorable House Party.
Honorable mention.
Can I do for number 5 adjacent? Can it be Class Act / House Party?
Why? Because it's starring the same people.
It's starting the same. Yeah, it's just
no. You got to
premise.
pick one.
It's the different premise.
No, you got to pick one.
All right, I got it. 5A, 5B, Class Act.
Whatever.
Thing. So
with that, this has been another episode of Lovers Quarrel. You know that you can find us on Instagram at Lovers Quarrel Show. You can find us on Twitter at Lovers Quarrel 7. You can email us your questions, concerns, quarantine, quarrels, all that jazz at loversquarrelshow@gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in with us for another episode. As always, I am your girl, Dani.
And I'm your guy, TJ, Mr. New Cool.
And you know that we fuss.
We fight,
but we love.
Bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.